In 1836, a group of inventors created what would become known as the electric telegraph. The only problem now was how to best use it. Enter Samuel F. B. Morse, creator of the Morse Code, the international standard for communication across telegraph lines. What did this pioneer do that's still relevant in modern society? Let's find out on the learning curve.
Morse code is a method of transmitting information as a series of on or off lights, tones, or clicks that takes a knowledgeable operator to interpret, understand, and relay the message to the rest of their team. Samuel Finley Breese Morse was an American painter who turned inventor. After having established his dominance as a portrait painter, he made major contributions toward the invention of a single-wire telegraph system based on the European telegraphs, and was a co-developer of the Morse code. In 1836, Samuel Morse, physicist Joseph Henry, and machinist Alfred Lewis Vail got together and began development of a revolutionary electrical telegraph system. It sent pulses of electrical current along wires, which then operated an electromagnet at the receiving end, the very first of its kind. The Morse code was devised to translate natural language into only these pulses and the silence in between. Morse code uses only two characters, which are short dots and long dashes. It was taught and used for many years as a form of written down language until radio communication reached the masses, and it was realized that it was a lot easier to learn and understand it as an audio form of communication instead of one that must be written down.
Although Morse code is nearly 200 years old, we've continued to find applications in our modern society. Even though the Navy no longer communicates via telegraph, they continue to use the language of Morse code. When radio communication is not an option, trained Navy signalmen can use Morse code to communicate visually. Signalers can flash bright lights rapidly to carry the message. Methods like this were carried out during the rescue of Captain Richard Phillips in 2009. Pirates had seized radio communications, making it difficult to communicate without the possibility of interception. The same concept can be applied to signal fires. By covering the fire and fanning it, one can make smoke trails to carry your message. But perhaps the most famous method of Morse code is with the mute. In the TV show Breaking Bad, Tio, unable to talk, communicates via Morse code. Other applications in real life are being used to understand how we can communicate with those who are mute or otherwise disabled.
With the need for alternative methods of communication peaking over the past few years, it is important to understand your options when choosing how to go about learning Morse code. The two most effective approaches are the Farnsworth method and the Koch method. The Farnsworth method was coined by Donald Russ Farnsworth, who is not in any way related to Philo Farnsworth, certified genius and inventor of the television. In the Farnsworth method, students are taught to send and receive letters and other symbols at their full target speed, which is to say, they see them with normal relative timing of the dots, dashes, and spaces within each symbol for that speed. However, they initially start out with exaggerated spaces, but that is to give thinking time so you can actually grasp the concept before you speed it up to the normal speed. The other popular teaching method of Morse code is the Koch method. It's named after German psychologist Ludwig Koch, which uses the full target speed from the onset, but only begins with two characters. Once the string containing those two characters can be copied with at least 90% accuracy, one additional character is added, and the same exact rule applies with this new set of characters until the full character set of what they're attempting to say is mastered. Over the years, a few less codified methods of learning Morse code have arose, such as the one in which you learn using phrases that have the same rhythm as the Morse code sequences. Da da dee da, or Q, can be memorized as God Save the Queen.
And here's your fun fact for the day. SOS, the International Sign for Distress, does not stand for Save Our Skins, Save Our Souls, or any other acronym you would probably expect. In fact, it stands for nothing. Nothing at all. It's simply the most easy to use and easy to remember signal. 3 dots, 3 dashes, and 3 more dots. Thanks for breaking the curve with The Learning Curve.